Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to Happy Accidents. I'm glad to be. Hope you guys are having a good day. It's been a really hot one today, guys, but I'm gonna do something a little different actually to help keep. I want to keep our minds cool. So, in order of summer, I don't know if you guys have ever grown up with Shark Week. It's this thing that we always do at the end of. It's funny. It's always at the end of summer. So I'm going to be drawing a street shark. I don't know if you guys also remember the show. It was a cartoon. To me, it was always better than Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I said it. And hopefully one day this whole world will come back and realize how great it was. But it was a great show. It was a cartoon. It's about four brothers who were transformed into sharks, called gene splicing. But anyway, it was a cartoon back in the 90s. One of my favorites, and I've already drawn the four brothers. If you guys want to see that, you can check my DeviantArt. I've already drawn all four brothers. This I'm just gonna draw. The main guy, his name was Ripster, and he's basically like the head brother. He's like the leader. One of my favorites, and he's just one of the badass characters. So I'm gonna be drawing that right now in order of summer to help keep us cool, to help think water, and just get our minds off, because it is a blazer out there. I can tell you guys. Where I live, it gets pretty hot. So, and for the record, I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm not using Sketch today. I'm just using Photoshop. I thought it'd be a good way to show off the. I'm going to give you guys a quick lesson how to set up a tool, set up a page, and this will go with any comic. And one day I'll do another video explaining that too. But for right now, let's just we'll get into it, and I hope you guys enjoy. Grab your drinks, grab your popcorn, grab your snacks, and let's get some drawing done. So, first thing I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to show you. So I got my reference right here. I just had a drawing. I just did a quick drawing. This is a drawing that was unused, and I didn't use it in the final form, so I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to salvage this drawing. So, let's see. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to zoom in. I'm clicking Z. I'm holding down Z, guys, so on my computer. This is still digital. We're still working digital for right now. And right here, I have my image right here. This is how you set up things in Photoshop. So what I did is that I loaded Photoshop. I set the parameters, and I'll do that in another video, but we don't have time for that. I loaded my image right here. This is where I just dragged it over onto Photoshop, and it appears right here. So what we're going to do is rasterize this layer, and then we're going to turn down the opacity. And then you can lock it just so you don't mess with it. But if that's passes good, that's all I really need. Because right now we're just going to be winging it. I kind of already have an idea, so I'm just going to get right to the inking. And so let's get right to it. So first thing I'm going to draw, got his head here. Oh, actually, let me put in a little frame for this. If you guys want to add a little bit of elegance to the drawing, most comic books have you can hit M for this tool, the, what do I call this thing? Sorry guys, let me show you. It's not the move tool. It's just like it's kind of like the lasso tool, but it has like already shapes made for you, and you can do this little circle. What is this tool anyway? Hold on. Let me hover with my mouse. Sorry guys, I'm gonna brain fart. The marquee tool. It comes in handy. Sometimes I don't even realize what it's called, but yeah. Anyway, so you just do this, get a little bit of a frame going. So. And then we'll go here, we'll go to select, and you want to hit inverse, because we're going to fill it, and it'll fill this for, there we go. Because what you do is it would fill the middle here. So, and then I just hit G for the grading tool, and the paint bucket will just fill it in. So we already have black, so it just fill it in. And we'll just call this frame. And then we can lock that in, and then it won't have, and then you don't have to worry about anything screwing up. So you just add another layer, and here we go. Let's get to her. And right now I'm just going to use a plain old paintbrush. Have my settings. Okay, there we go. So I can brush a little bit bigger. So Ripster, he's a great white shark. For some reason they made him blue in the cartoon, so I don't know. Go figure. It's just the way. What they did back then, the way they animate animation. Go look it up for yourself. I mean, go look it up for yourself, but check it out, the cartoon, And I'm just gonna go let's drop back down to the mouse so I know where the flies. So I'm gonna draw some friggin' teeth here. And he's a great white, so we'll give him some big old teeth. Little sharp tooth. And remember, guys, this is just right now I'm just spitballing, you know, nothing too fancy here. And this is just going to be a plain old ink and white. I'll get to color eventually, guys, but yeah, I don't think you're quite ready for that. I'm still kind of in the process myself because I can do tons of more color, especially with Photoshop, guys. You can never go wrong. By the way, if you want to know how I'm tilting this, I'm hitting R, and most of you recognize from my last video that I was hitting R by mistake because like I'm not used to like the sketchbook. I mostly just used a doodle, so. And I'm just hitting B. I'm switching back from B because I have B set. So when I hit B, I have most of my controls on Photoshop set up to the letters. So for eraser, I hit eraser. You can see goes to the eraser. B for brush. You know, P for pencil. Oh, actually no, P for the pen tool. Sorry. But let's go back to B, and I'll get to the pen tool later because I may use that a little bit because that's a pretty cool tool. But actually, I think I'm just gonna make this a little bit bigger because, and this is what I explained to you in my last video because I have things set to pressure sensitivity. So. I think that's. Don't worry, guys. I got a little surprises for you. So, I'm just kind of when you're drawing this, and I'll show you how to set up the page eventually. I mean your pen, but eventually you guys have to figure out your little pressure sensitivity and all that, and I'll explain it because that's how I had it set up for this brush. So. And we're just giving him a little bit of gums, as he's a shark. I used to love sharks, guys. I used to like studying. I was obsessed with Jaws, the movie. That's one of my favorite movies. I'm still trying to build the orc out of Legos, so hopefully one day I'll finish that. So let's see, and then he's a great white, so. And just get really loose with your drawings. Don't worry if you guys have these little lines. We can always erase these, you know. But, remember, guys, this show is not about perfection, okay, guys? If you're looking for perfection, it ain't here. Go find some other channel. Not to be rude, but you ain't never going to get your work perfect. You know, many of you guys wonder why my YouTube channel took so long to get this, because I was always concerned about making everything so freaking perfect, you know? And it turns out it's just, it set me back many years, and I just got like a lot of confidence, you know, lost in myself, so. This show, let me tell you this, guys. This show is not about being the best or being, you know, about, you know, booting up the competitions. It's just about making great art and just learning at your own pace. Because even to this day, I'm still learning. And I want to give a shout out to my friend Jster. I work with him, and many of you probably see me stream with him on his channel. He has a gaming channel, so go visit his channel. I'll put his link in the description, so y'all can check that out. And he's always trying to bust in my nuggets about my channel and all that stuff. So this is for you guys, and for all you out there. But like I said, if you guys don't know how to get started, just start with this, because this isn't the perfect drawing. You know, this isn't. I've been doing this since I had baby teeth, guys, and I still haven't had everything figured out. You know, I'm always learning something new. So, the Ripster. Let's see. Let's get back to him. If you don't know how to start, just take the first step. That's my wisdom on that. So let's back up. I'm not really liking this. Yeah, it's alright. Too bad. He's just basically a shark. The story is that there are four brothers, and then there's this Dr. Paradigm, who's obsessed with like gene slamming fish and stuff like that. The theme is nautical, so I hope you're not hearing my fan. If it's okay, if you can, guys, I'm sorry. It's just really hot right now, and unfortunately, I'm not really insulated in my place, in my studio right here. But let's just give him a fist. By the way, guys, I'll definitely do a project how to draw hands, because I'm fairly decent. If you have to know how to draw hands, guys, I like the way this is. Sorry. I know, right? Just after I said that, it's all right. We don't make mistakes here. We just have happy accidents. Remember? So if you guys are inking in real life, I mean you're inking non-digital and you can't erase it, you know, let's give him knuckles. There we go. Because this guy, I'll get back to what I was saying, but I forgot. Ripster, for some reason, they only gave him 3 fingers, or 4 fingers, I should say, a thumb and 3 fingers. So I have to remember to make him a little bit bigger. So the knuckles just start right here, and if you're drawing a fist, just add a little bit of the fingers. Remember, the fingers kind of like sausages a little. Pinky is the smallest, and then just add a little bit of a line for the thumb from this angle. Yeah, like that. And then he wears pants. He's like a motorcycle kind of guy. So what happened is that when they transform, their upper bodies change, but their basically their legs kind of stay the same a little. That was kind of cool. But like whatever clothes they were wearing, it's a cartoon thing because they always wear the same clothes most of the time. And Ripster was wearing like cowboy boots, not cowboy boots, like motorcycle boots, but the kind of badass looking thing, kind of like a Terminator. So we'll give him his little boots. He's standing this way, so it's at an angle. And then he had a little bit of a heel, so let's do that. Yeah. Oh, that's good. And then drawing a little bit of pants, we'll draw some wrinkles. A little bit of a heel. And then he has a belt. Oh man, I can't see the belt buckle, but that's alright. That's kind of the reason why I didn't like this pose. I really didn't like, you know. But trust me, guys, don't ever think you can't salvage something. So, this will get really interesting, guys. I'll show you how I draw the fist. So, if you want to draw like a fist coming at you, or like he's getting ready to fight, start with a little U shape right here, and then draw in the thumb. This, guys, will help you kind of lay out where the fist is. So, put a little line to show, like, to indicate the back part of the thumb. This is the top part, so like, I'll show you. Let me do it again. Because I think this looks big enough. So, if anything, draw the thumb. Start with the thumb first, and then you get a little bit of an angle. I gotta remember to silence my phone. So, and then you can draw however you want fingers that are spread apart. If he's making a fist, you know, the thumb should be closer. I think this should go this way. From this angle, I really can't see it, so just so there's the other finger. I kind of want to spread apart. It looks like he's just kind of like, you know, ready to like jump in. Not a closed fist, but just add a little bit of lines, and then there's his wrist, and then you just draw on the rest of the arm. Okay. Whoop. Okay, we got our basic shark in. Yeah, I don't like the way that fin looks. It's kind of too round, and his is a little... It's actually very accurate, I just don't like the way it looks. Okay. So I'm going to turn this off. Okay, so I don't need that anymore. I'm just going to make this layer a little bit... Control T to do that, guys. To size things up. So, and last one, I'm going to fix this a little. I don't want to do this for. That's what I like about Photoshop, guys. You can fix anything. Even if you're working pencil and paper, don't sweat it, guys. That's what the eraser's for. So don't think you can't ever fix it. I'm just adjusting a little. I mean, technology does allow us to do a lot of great things, guys. So don't knock it. I still do a mixture of everything. So technology helps me get what I need. That's why I color on it, because it's a lot quicker. And trust me, when you're an artist, deadlines are everything, guys. So if you're working for somebody, or if you have somebody, you know, you're doing a project for somebody, you know, they expect it at a certain time, guys. You know, you're doing this on your own, fine. You work at your own pace, but remember, when you're on someone else's doll, you know, you gotta take that into effect. Let's see, why don't we just make his jeans? I'll show you guys, like, let me just fill in some of his jeans, and then what I'll do here is I'll just add a little bit. We can just scribble these in, it'll actually look good, guys, I'll show you. So just scribble in, Remember the darkness of his pants right here. You see that the most creases you'll see will be along the edges around here. So in the middle, just make it dark in the middle. You know, just like that. So when you're drawing pants or clothes, remember that the shadows that you're casting, this is what you call the main shadow, I guess, and then this is like the well, I'm not even cast shadow this, but I'll go over shading and cast shadows and all that. I actually have to brush up on the terminology, but I forget some of this stuff, guys, so bear with me. But more videos to come, guys. But this is just these are just basic videos I'm putting out for you guys to have a little fun with. You know, whether if you're a newbie, my channel is for all you guys, for newbies or for, you know, professionals who just need a little refresher course. I watch people's channels all the time, guys, and I try to get a little inside what everyone else is doing. There's no shame in it. And Ripster, actually, oh shoot, I forgot. Actually, let me erase this, guys, because I forgot. It's alright. See? Another happy accent. I forgot his jeans are ripped, so let me draw a little rip in here. So just draw a little rips, just a little. Means you can leave them white and just leave a little open space, but his knee, his pants are ripped. So that's not why they call him a Ripster. It's just in the show he rips open a door with his mouth, and it's like that's what they call him. It's like the Big Ripper, the Ripster, and he's like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So we get a few little crosshatch in just to, because his pants are black. They're kind of like black jeans, I guess, or something like that. So, but not all black. Remember, guys, when you're shading and things like that, dude, it's not always just black or something. You gotta add some highlights in it to add some kind of depth to it. So, anyway, but here we're just making mostly black. I like this. It's coming out very nice, actually. So just a little. We'll smooth out some of these lines. Oops. Get a good angle on that. Because his foot's on an angle, so you want this to be at an angle. And then we can add in some little muscles, because he's a big guy. Add some little veins, you know, going on. A little cross section. Oh yeah, that's good. So, let's see. It's got a little bit of an upper body. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let's get the line. I like really dark eyes, guys. I think they look badass. I'm not gonna. He usually has a pupil, but I don't need to draw that. I think it looks better this way because I like to draw things like this. So just give him a little bit of a shadow underneath the eye. Oh crap! What the hell's going on? That was weird. Probably just sometimes these pens, guys, glitch. Let's add a little bit more lines because he's a shark. Remember, see, in the cartoon he's a cartoon, but you have to remember, guys, sharks have these little lines and like scratches on their bodies because everything's taking a bite out of them. You know, so sharks are always like, how should I say? They don't really like. They're not as like, you know, they're portrayed in the media the way people say. Just FYI. I mean, don't get me wrong. You don't, you know, when you see a shark, you know, please do not, you know, do as best you can to get out of the water. But you know, it's especially the summer, guys. I mean, I don't know where you live, but here where I live, I don't want to disclose, but you know, in fact, today I was listening to the news. They were spotted, you know, somewhere close to some of the beaches that I go to. So, and I've already had my foot cut off on the stingray. So, but anyway, what I was trying to say is that the sharks are. Yeah, they're kind of like, you know, they're, I don't say naturally peaceful, as some would say, but they're very curious beings. That's what they do when they're kind of like, they are kind of like puppies when they bite you. That's just their way of telling what you are. So it's really just the difference if you're a predator or prey. So that's why they say, like, you know, don't look like a prey, basically. I don't like the way this came out. Let's give them a little. arch in his eye. 'Cause this is his eyebrow right here, and this is just his nose. And then here on this side in the picture, we can always see, because of his head, this is a good angle that you can actually draw the other side of the eye. And then if you just want to shade it in, excuse me guys, I actually have some chicken wings waiting for me, some leftover chicken wings. Hope you guys got some good grubbing. I'm gonna dine on that while I'm editing this video. So, and then we're gonna draw, he's a great white, so the part underneath the in here is going to be a white if I were to color it. So let's draw a little line. And it doesn't have to be straightforward, because on a great white shark, it's in real life. I'm drawing him more realistically, so I'm going to draw like this line a little. In the cartoon, this is a little smoother, but since this is my version, I'm just going to make this a little bit more like zigzaggy. Sorry guys. If I have time, I'll quickly color this guy for you, but no. Let's color the mouth a little. And let's draw the teeth on the other side. Remember I taught you guys in the last drawing about teeth on the other side. Don't ever forget. In fact, let me erase this a little. And normally, guys, I set this on different layers, but for the time's sake, I'm not going to bother. Because normally I have a layer down here. It'll be marked. I call it mostly lines. It's just basically the outline. And then I'll do another line, and I'll lock that, and then do the more the shading and all that. I'll do the blacks and all that on another layer, so I don't mess it up. But here it's okay like this, so don't worry about it. Let's see. I'm just gonna go mouth a little bit more. I think it's okay for. I don't need to add a tongue, but always make sure to add a tongue or a roof to the mouth if you need to. That's always important to distinguish that there, because you have to remember, you have to think of the mouth as a cave, and it is important. It'll distinguish between anything. If you're drawing a person and they're yawning, you don't want to just have just a straight line, guys. You want to have a little bit of a cave, a little bit, you know. I'm just drawing this because I'm just doing all black. But in the last drawing I did, I had it open with his mouth, and you could see his tongue from the angle. Might be able to fit a tongue in there. Because he's not really a tongue guy. I just want to be able to show that you can see it. He's not like Venom, who always has his tongue out. So I'm just gonna lower this a little bit. Just gonna smooth out some of these lines a little. Ooh, that's good. Yeah. Oh, guys, don't worry about being perfect. You'll figure out the details later. You can always go back. You know, don't forget the little details, because I'm telling you that's the best part. You know, one thing I learned about drawing is that if you feel like your drawing sucks, add in some details, guys. People will eat it up. I promise you. People will be like, "Oh my God, you're so amazing." A little bit of cross hatching. Cross hatching, I'll give a lesson on that, guys. And that's, if you want to be a comic artist, you have to master that. Now, this is just a little cartoon cross hatching. Let's see, I don't like where this belt turns out. Let's smooth this out a little. And there's a little thing with the pants. I know you can't really see the belt, guys, but do this. This is just the lasso tool, guys. I'll give a lesson on that. You're gonna love this tool because this is a great tool. There we go. Ooh, that's good. Oh yeah. So let's see what we do. And there's a little rip because he's a shark, he's strong, and he ripped his clothes. And there's a little boots down here. Let's see. And you get a few more shadows here. Because this is a shadow where his arm is like kind of going in, so you can have a little bit more cross hatching. Let's give him a thumbnail. I get it, thumbnail. Haha. Because his fingers, there's no glove on his fingers, so don't forget little details like this, guys, because it makes all the difference in your art. Yeah, if a guy's not wearing gloves and he has an angle like this, you'll be able to see his fingernails. And if you can't figure out how to draw fingernails, just look at your own. Yeah, guys, that's also the secret to drawing hands. You want to get better at drawing hands? Look at your own hands. That's what I used to do. So, my art teacher wanted us to draw our own hands for a while. She was like, you had to draw, like, that was one of our assignments, was to draw, you know, like 50 versions of your hands, something like that. So that was a little neat little exercise. So, let's give his teeth a little bit more. Let's get a little more detail on the teeth, give him a little bit more shape. That's good, yeah. See, look at that, guys. Look at that. Ooh, looks like his teeth are all mucked up. Give him a little bit of gums. See what I mean, guys? It's just a simple drawing, but it still looks badass. Just a little bit of detail, a little bit of love. Remember, guys, this is your world. It's what my man Rob Ross used to always say. It's your world, you're the creator. You decide how things go. I mean, yes, we artists use these basic tools and techniques, you know. But at the end of the day, you guys decide where the light comes in. You decide where, you know, the building's going to be. You decide how a shark's tooth looks like. I mean, just get creative. Don't be so constrained too much on, you know, the details and what looks natural. It depends on what you decide what you guys want to create. I like cartoons because, you know, and comic books because you can almost create just about anything. You want to be real, you want to draw a real world of a comic based on a person's life or, you know, any of that stuff, you can do it. If you want to create superheroes and defy gravity or defy any, you know, laws of physics, what you have to do is just kind of set the world of that. But other than that, you can say, oh yeah, you know, this guy can do this because this is what kind of stuff exists in this world. But yeah, you decide how it's going to be. You decide how to draw it. Let's see, how far are we in? 26 minutes in. I'm trying to make these videos shorter for you guys, but I mean, I don't really do speed paintings because I'm usually talking and you know, kind of getting, you know, giving you guys instruction because that's what these are about. You know, I just want you to see my thought process. So, oops, turn this bad boy around. Let's get back to the foot. Hit the foot. I'm just gonna get a little because these shoes have a little bit of detail. So, a little cross hatching. Oops. Little cross hatching on his knuckles. You guys can always take a little off. If you're working with like black or ink or whatever, you can always just use whiteout. There we go. And I can't wait to get to the longer stream, guys. I'm going to be doing that pretty soon, so look out for that. Oh, it's not half bad drawing, if I do say so myself. Was there ever any doubt? No. Let's get a little bit more. His arms, because his arms are supposed to be bulging. Yeah, for some reason they're like super strong characters. They can like punch tanks and stuff. Dude, it's really cool, guys. I recommend you go watch this cartoon. There's some episodes on YouTube, so if you're young and you never heard of it, trust me, guys, it's just as good as the Ninja Turtles. Just saying. And it's funny in the show. I don't want to be spoiler, but in the show that they prefer burgers over pizza. There's an episode where like you know, they suggest let's get some food, and it's like pizza, and they're like, nah. Yeah, gross. It's supposed to be a knock to the Ninja Turtles because you know the Ninja Turtles are all about pizza. So sorry if I spoiled it, but it's kind of funny. But let's fix this up. His gills. I said fins earlier? No, I meant this fin, but I think I said something that wasn't Let me fix the gills because he's a shark. He still has gills. And then here's the shoulder. It's actually kind of, if you guys have trouble, you know, like if you're drawing humans with, just remember to have a fine line where the animal, if you're drawing humans with animals, kind of like hybrid stuff, just kind of find the line between where the human ends and the creature begins. That's all. For street sharks, it was pretty easy, you know. I mean, I think it actually works. Like, they're just kind of oversized. They still kind of have like small legs in the cartoon, but I think it kind of worked, you know. Yeah, it's not too bad. Cross hatching. Let's get a little bit more. This is like a bit of cartoon with a little bit of realism, as much as I can, you know. To add more time, I just add more details and more stuff to his arm and things like that. And you can also add, let me show you guys, you can also add this, or just erase it, but little lines, you know, you can reverse things. So, let's see. Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry. Pardon wall. I'm actually drinking an energy drink right now. God, it sucks getting old. Used to be, guys, I could stay up for late and draw for hours. Now, I need an energy drink just to game with the guys. Let me tell you, whew. It ain't easy. It ain't fun getting old. It is to some extent, but let me tell you. Whew. You need coffee and caffeine for everything just to stay awake. And then, oh, God bless it. Leave me alone, guys. That's the guys. I think that was Jay Sturry's texting me, telling me to do a video. I'm doing it. It's like my mother. Anyway, let's add a few more shadows. Always gotta think of any place we can add shadows, guys. Because let me tell you something, guys. The shadows is what makes the drawing come to life. Ugh, sorry, guys. Let me. That's my phone. Sorry about that. Yeah, always try to find areas you can put shadows in. It'll make your drawing stick out. And I'm just using the lasso tool, and I'll get into and the grading tool, the paint bucket tool, to do some quick fill-ins. And I'll teach you guys about spotting the blacks. This is what I was taught because I was working. I mentioned I was working for this inker, you know, and he taught me, you know, a few things from the time I spent with him about inking. And one thing he taught me was called spotting the blacks, which is, and I'll get into it eventually. It's about, you know, marking, because that's mainly he would have me do. Because let me tell you guys, inking is very tedious. It is very tedious, and it requires a lot of concentration. That's why these artists, they hire guys like me to do the smaller work, like backgrounds. And I'll get into backgrounds eventually, guys, because let me tell you something, guys, comic books and backgrounds are very important. It's a very important lesson to learn. It helps to establish like atmosphere and an environment in your comics, because you have to know where things are. So trust me, guys, it sucks. It's very tedious to draw backgrounds, especially when you're drawing the same background in multiple panels. Oh, trust me, guys, it's not fun. So I like where this thumb. Sorry, guys, I don't like where this thumb turned out. Let's fix this a bit. And I think that'll about wrap it up. I'll add a little bit. In fact, I'll add a little bit of environment. There, that's better. A little bit of a round shape. It's the belt. There we go. You can always add like more lines, you know, a little bit more details. I'm gonna fill this in for right now because I don't like this. And then let's add a little bit of a layer. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of a ground, guys. So actually here, I'll just add a little bit of a shadow. I'm just using the lasso tool. You don't have to worry about the shadow on this one, guys. It's just, you know, since it's a random drawing, there's no indication for, you know, light. I'm just adding just to give some depth, you know. Another layer, and I'll just add a little bit of a ground. Nothing fancy. Maybe he's in the street somewhere. This could be just like a puddle. Yeah, add a little bit of a... It's a street shark, so it's probably like a dirty environment. Not too bad, actually. You know, add a little bit of lines, makes a little bit of a difference. Why don't we try adding some... Nah, I don't like that. Let's see, what can I add? Think, Tom, think. How about just some more background? Let's see, is that a little bit more? Sorry if I'm giving you guys a headache. Welcome to my world. Let's see. What can I add to this? It's gonna add a brick wall, but I think that might take too much time. I'm trying to end this video on a... No, guys, I'm just not feeling it. Let's see. He's a street shark, so... Let's see, gotta end it with something. What can I put here? Because the thing is, I ended it like with background. You know, if I was gonna color, it was gonna be a little different. So I don't even like the way this looks. Yeah. No, let's just leave it at that. Give him some depth. In fact, you guys, what you can do is just leave it like this, start off in the middle and just work your way out. That way, it kind of collides and kind of comes together in itself. If that makes sense. Comes together in itself. Meaning, like, it's just giving you a direction to look. So, like, yeah, there we go. Just add some zigzag, just to kind of create like a little depth. See? Then it just kind of disappears in the background. That's what I was going for. Yeah, let's just do that. So, anyway. Don't forget to sign it. Oops. I was creating a layer just for the signature. Oh, too big. See, I don't like that signature. God. That's not how I do it. There we go. That's much more fancy there. And there you have it, guys. That's the Ripster. And if you just want to get a little bit of color, let's see, add a layer behind. You always add a layer behind it, and then you can use the lasso tool, kind of fill in a little. Let's see, he was blue, so let's give him this basic blue. Oh, that's good. Yeah. See if we can fill this in real quick. And just fill. You try to use the lasso tool to fill in as much of the color as you can. And if you can get more of an outline, it's better. Oh, here. See? I want to be able to put in the details, but this kind of works even of itself. You can leave the drawing like this, and then I'll show you how you guys how to do a basic detail drawing. Let's see, he's white on this end, and I'm just keeping him blue just because that's the way they made him in the comics. I mean, if you want, you can go for a more natural because he's a great white. So, you know, if you want to go for a realism, it's up to you. I stuck with the cartoon version just so people kind of knew. But like, you can go for a more realistic version Just remember, it's a great white. He has a different color, so this wouldn't be blue. So let's get his eye. Just want to take a second, guys. I know this video is. If you guys want to skip ahead, I'm okay with that. This video's gone a little too far than I thought, but. Oh yeah, that's good. But it's just the blue parts we're coloring. Let's see his belt. It's just a little orange color. Nothing fancy. And his belt up here was black. So also let me grab his belt. Finish the hand. Oh, no. So I'm just trying to finish this, guys. If I go a little quiet, don't worry, I'm still here. So don't go away. A lot of controls, but you'll get the hang of it, depending on your preference. You know, if you're using this digitally or whatever. Let's add a little bit of the gums. Good thing you guys can't see my hand. I'm glad I actually figured this out, so you don't have to worry about my hand being white, so you can see all the details. Details. And there we go. Let's add a little bit of a pink gums. Oh yeah, I like that. A little bit of a kid cartoon drawing, but you know, guys, that's what this is all about. I'll get to the real detailed stuff later when I can start doing even longer videos than this, but you know, not too bad. So I'm gonna sign off on this, guys, right now. I'm already past what I wanted to do, but if you guys appreciate you guys watching, you know, like and subscribe, share the video, give it a like again. Yeah, and I look forward to seeing the next video. I'm most likely this is gonna be my schedule from now on. I'm gonna be putting a video every week, guys. So that is a promise to you. Any shout outs, any videos, you guys want me to, anything you want me to draw? Yeah, I could always use more ideas, but next week I have something planned. I plan on drawing Metroid. I think that's, I'm playing the game, finally got to play the game Dread, so I'm a big Metroid fan, guys, so I think I'm going to be drawing Samus next week. And yeah, like the video, I hope you enjoyed it, and great. Have a good one, and remember, guys, just never sleep, guys, remember. Never stop sleeping. That's what I always say. I haven't slept since I started drawing, so you know what? That's going to be my mantra. So, yeah. Good night, guys.